Tuition and fees, the cost of taking classes. Or it's also called a course of your school. Room and board. So, room and board, as I was saying, the cost of your food and your housing. That means you actually have to pay for where you stay. Now, obviously, if you stay at with your parents, you do not have to pay for housing unless your parents are charging you rent. Books and supplies. This is your cost of your textbooks. And guys, textbooks are expensive. When I was going to school, it was about $120 for a lot of the books. For each book. Each book. And apparently Miss Dotson says she just paid $400 for an accounting book one time. So, guys, books are expensive. Used books. There is used bookstores. If you are going to do a used book, make sure you are looking through the book first. Make sure all your pages are there, and also make sure there is no extra writing where you can't read stuff. Scholarships. This is where a lot of y'all want to get. This is money that is straight up given to you. You don't ever have to pay it back. This is based on talent. So like my sports people, my band people, my singers. Grades. This is if you're really super smart. Some of you might get scholarships for more than one thing. You could get scholarships for several things. And of course, there's other circumstances as well that a lot of people get scholarships for. Grants. This is also money that is straight up given to you. This is, however, usually based on financial need. That means if your parents don't make a lot of money and you still want to go to college, this is how a lot of people get to go. Now, there's also some people who decide to do work study. This is money that you earn by working at a job provided by the school. A lot of times this goes along with your major. So like if you're interested in biology, this would be in like a lab or maybe even somewhere else dealing with biology. Loans. Loans are money that you are borrowing. So money you borrow, which must be repaid usually with interest. And what's interest again? As we have crickets. What's interest again? What do you got? Say it loud, say it proud. What's the worst it can happen? Yeah, it's money you charge. Good job. See, you're right. You're like, I don't know if I'm right. You're right. All right, so what's the main difference between loans and the other forms of financial aid? What do you have to do with a loan? Yeah, loans you have to pay back. Nothing else you do. Y'all good there? I've had that today, so I'm right there with you. I can't spell today either. All right, so we are going to be dealing with Leo, Kate, and Ben for this page and the other page. So, bless you. This is going to go across 2 pages. So what we figure out here, we will use on the next page over as well. How much does Leo have to pay for the university? All of it. All right, so now that we've got the totals, it tells us that Leo qualifies for $6,200 in scholarships and grants per year, and he's going to earn $2,700 per year. So including his financial aid, how much should we expect Leo to pay now? How would I figure that out? Subtract what?
What he's gonna gain, like scholarships and grants by the total.
So why don't I take all that stuff from the total? That way I don't end up with a negative.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant.
And what do you guys got? Because I'm pretty sure somebody's already done this. Thought I heard an answer. Maybe I didn't.
The total.
What you got, Ladarius? 10,500. So, reminder, because I'm lagging again. There we go. So we got 6,200, 2,700. This is money that he's getting. You're good. We had that a lot during first period. All right, so including the financial aid, how much should he expect to pay over the next 4 years? What do I do?
No, multiply.
Multiply, so 4 times what? What do you got, Emerson? 10,500, yes, sir. I'm trying to skip pages on you, sorry. 42,000, that's a lot of money, isn't it? All right, so Leo's family is going to cover 65% of his college expenses each year. How much will Leo need to contribute each year? So first off, what percentage is Leo covering? How'd you get 35? Subtracted what from what? 100 minus 65. Okay, so that's a percent, guys. What do I do to percents to get them into decimal? So that gives me 3,500. And what do I multiply that by? Do I want to use the 4-year total or the 1-year total? If it's asking for each year. I'm asking. Okay, so what total is that? Yeah, it's 10,500. Now remember, when you're putting this in your calculator, do not try to put in a comma. Your calculator gets all sorts of confused. Darius yet again is on it. All right, so how much is he going to need for 4 years? So if he has 4 years to save the amount he needs for his first year of college. So we're looking for which total are we saving up for? Am I looking for the 4-year total or am I looking for the year that he's paying for? So he's saving for the next 4 years just for his first year of college. So he's saving for 4 years for his first year of college. What do we do?
Divide 10,500.
Okay, do I want the 10,500?
Well, that's what you have to pay.
So 3,675. We want to do that divided by what?
Oh, divide by.
If I want each month, what do I need to do that 4 years?
I forgot his years in pay. 48.
How'd you get 48?
12 times 4.
And what's the 48 talking about?
The months.
Months. All right, so now what do I divide that 3,675 by? Why did we figure out 48 if we weren't going to use it?
48.
Yeah, so divide it by 48, because that'll be how many months?
76.
So $76.56. What do y'all think? Is that a terrible amount to save for each month?
No.
All right, once you're done, flip your page. All right, so now we got Kate. She qualifies for a total of $9,450 in scholarships. So I'm going to highlight this. That way we don't lose numbers. And grants. And she's going to earn $2,900 for a work-study program. So including financial aid, how much is she going to pay? How do I figure that out?
Subtracting.
Subtracting from what? What number do I start with?
Which is the pay.
Which is what?
9,450.
Okay, where'd you get that number? Because this is money that she's getting. That's not money she's going to have to pay. So how much does she have to pay? What does the table tell us? $40,300. Now, what am I subtracting now? How about 9,450 minus what? What's the other number? 2,900. And what do you get? So how much you get? And I'm pretty sure that's what Kayla just said. I'm just deaf. All right, so including financial aid, now how much is her 4-year cost going to be? Okay. And what do I do? Multiply by 4. Yes, ma'am. You are totally correct. And you get? $111,800. And now y'all see why so many people have so much student debt. Because that's quite a bit of money, right? All right. Well, thankfully for Kate, her parents are going to contribute $16,000 each year. So how much is she paying for a year again after all the financial aid? Is that for 1 year? How much is she paying for 1 year?
I don't get how you pronounce some of these numbers.
And then what am I doing now? Am I adding? Subtracting?
16,000.
Okay, and what do you get?
26,350.
Okay, make sure you got 16,000, not just 1,600. Make sure you got 3 zeros in there.
11,950.
All right, so if she has, yet again, 4 years to save this amount, how much should she save each month? So what do I got to do first? Do I want to keep that 4 as years? So what do I do with the 4?
Turn it to a month.
Multiply by 12, and that turns it into months, like I just heard Kara said. And then what do I do with the 48? I divide it. What by what? What did we divide on the last one? 11,950 divided by 48.
248.95 cents.
Okay, I'm hearing, is it 95 or are we rounding? So I'm hearing 96 cents. All right, what about Ben? What's he starting off with as a total? I heard 6,600. Everybody get that? Now, he qualifies for $1,500, and he's going to earn $1,750 through a work program. So what do I do with those two totals?
Subtract it.
Subtract. Now, what does that equal? Okay, now, including all that financial aid, how much is 2 years going to cost him? So what do I do? Multiply what by 2? Yep, 3,350. And y'all get?
6,700.
Y'all are flying through this.
Are you okay, Caleb? That sounds so funny. I was like, losing my voice. Here, you want some water?
All right, so, we're getting thrown a loop again. Ben's family's going to cover 25%. So how much is Ben having to contribute? What does contribute mean again?
To like pay on.
Okay. So how much is he having to pay? How do I figure that out?
Subtract the,
Subtract what and what?
100 minus 20.
yeah.
Yeah, I like that. 100 minus 25, and that gives me 75%. And what do I do now?
You divide it by
Okay, that gives me 75 hundredths, which I then do what with?
no.
How much is he paying per year? What is it? I thought I heard Miss Bella say it. What'd you say? And you were right. Good job. All right, and what do we got?
2,512.50 cents.
Like that?
Yes.
Okay. Making sure I don't have a calculator over here. All right, so yet again, if he has 4 years to save up for that first year, what do I do? Okay, and then what?
2,512 divided by 40. You get 52.34.
So I'm 34? All right, any questions? Y'all just did that awesomely. Hey, it's been a day today. What can I say? I was already thinking today was Wednesday, so when I'm saying it's a day, it's a day.
No, it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. See, that's where I've been today. I thought it was Wednesday as well.
Tuesday, we probably would be taking the reading table.
Oh, that's right. Good luck on that tomorrow. You guys got it.
Is next week spring break?
Nope. Next week is Mass CBA.
I hate reading. I can't.
I know. Hey, you're going to do great, though. All right, so Roberto has $2,500 in savings account, in college savings account. And for the next 4 years, he's going to deposit either $100 or $150 into the account, according to the table. So we've got the table. Everybody see table? So according to that lovely little purple outline thing, how much more would he have in his account after 4 years if he deposited 150 over 100? So what is it asking me to do? How much more would he have in his account if he had deposited 150 instead of 100?
10.
What are you thinking over there? I'm hearing 10,458, and then what? Because I'm trying to write 88. What do I do with that? If I'm looking for how much more? Subtract it from what? Or what from it? Okay, I'm hearing 150. I'm hearing 200 something. What would make sense? What am I asking about? Am I asking about the deposits? Am I asking about the balances? Or am I asking about the totals? So where's all the totals located? So what other total are we looking at? $7,911.44. Okay, and what do y'all get? Yeah, there's a decimal.
You get 2,546.56.
Is everybody good on that? Everybody good on why we subtracted? I'm with you. Guess what? You only have 2 more questions and then you guys are totally done. All right. If Tanya has $5,000 to open a savings account, she plans to deposit $50 every month to the account. If she starts now, she has 5 years to save. So 5 year. But she may have to wait until her senior year and only save for 1 year. How much more will she have if she starts saving now instead of waiting? So what do I do? If it says how much more, what does that tell me I'm doing?
You're subtracting.
Subtracting. What from what?
9,419 minus 5,814.
And you guys get? Jupiter, are you writing stuff?
3,605. No, not 55.
Should be 5?
No, yeah, 05.
Oh, sorry. My bad. 05. Point what? 10 cents. All right. Now we've got Jeffrey's a senior in high school, and he estimates that he needs to contribute $7,000 per year toward his college education. Jeffrey has 1 year to save for it. So how many months is this?
12.
Now, why am I asking about months already?
The time.
Y'all seeing my monthly down here? That's why I'm asking about how many months, because there's a monthly in the table. It says complete the table to show how much Jeffrey should save each month. So how many months are in a year? 12. Based on how much he might already have in his savings account. So on the first one, where it has $0 in his savings, how much money should he be trying to put in? What was our total we started with?
7,000.
Yeah, now, does he have any money? Yeah, he's kind of broke at the moment. So that means he's got to get this $7,000. So how much does he have to save each month? How do I figure that out?
183.
How'd you get that?
I divided 7,000 by 12.
And what'd you get? 583 and what?
0.333.
So 33 cents. Okay. How do I do the next one? So 7,000 minus what?
Minus 500.
How much does he have in his account?
1,000.
1,000. So how much does he have in a save? 6,000. Now what do I divide that 6,000 by? And you get 500. Y'all getting this now? All right, what do we do in the next one?
7,000 minus 2,500.
And you get?
1,500
And what do I do with that?
divided by 12.
And we get
375.
even?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, and the last one?
7,000 divided by minus 5,000. And then 2,000 divided by 12. And then you get 166.67.
Is everybody good with how she got all those?
Yes.
Because if not, feel free to ask her because she knows. All right, any questions on any of these? Y'all good?